Hello, everyone, and welcome to another smart money market overview with Ben and Roman. Let us know if you're there in the chat. We always like to see the regulars. Also, if you have any questions around the current market or whatever you see that we're displaying to you, don't hesitate. And also, as always, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. How are you doing, Roman?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
Still great. I mean, after our backtesting session from yesterday with another 10% added to the already impressive 20% is mind-blowing, really.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. And even though we messed up a lot, or I messed up a lot, because you were just sitting there not telling me like, hey, you're doing it wrong, but it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
How do you want to start? You want to start with TradingView?
Yeah, one moment. I think my screen is not being shared for some reason.
I see the old trading screen. People
Yeah,
at
one
home don't
moment.
see anything yet, but I will wait until I see the right thing. Yeah, there we go. And there we have it. The screen is on.
Yeah, so let me just switch to the Bitcoin Bitcoin chart. And yeah, I have a question. What is your expectation from the market?
My expectation. So if I look at this for Bitcoin, we have this fair value gap still that is unfilled. On the weekly, we're kind of bullish, but we're retesting. But we did the same here. So, and we did fill it here. So I would expect it to maybe, go around this area here and then continue to go up.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really interesting point. I mean, in the chart, because yeah, I agree. It seems that it is about to grow. I'm not sure if this last week's prediction will work out as I drew it here. But yeah, I think it is time to make a decision for the market.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're just waiting for the reaction and seeing if there's entries. But the prediction would be like overall, monthly, weekly, pretty bullish still.
Yeah, it is.
The impulse movements are definitely bullish, and the correction ones are, in this case, a bit bearish. But that's just normal. That's just a normal pullback.
Yeah, I agree with this. I mean, it just seemed that it is slowing down in general. But yeah, it is hard to predict what's going to happen. But the move up so far seems like.
And it doesn't even necessarily need to take out this full fair value gap, of course. I mean, it's already taken this this high again. So yeah. What would that do normally for August, by the way? Because August is normally like normally in August it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, that is my point. So I really expected to see a huge drop in August, but it doesn't seem like it is going to happen, at least not that big as I expected. We had a pretty big drop since the last stream. Like everything dropped, like Bitcoin dropped almost 7%, and the rest of the market dropped even more. Some coins dropped 20 or even more percent. So maybe that was the correction, but yeah, we need to wait and see.
We have a question from Chanel. Is there a order in which to watch these? Well, if you're unfamiliar with the smart money concept, then it would always be recommended to watch the live streams from the start. So the first live stream of this series, where we explain the strategy. But for the market overview, there's always going to be plenty of information about the current market, and the moves are based. So we base the moves on the smart money concept, but that doesn't mean that you can't benefit from the moves and the information in your other types of strategies. So if we're saying that like the next weeks they look bearish, then maybe in your other strategies also look for shorts.
Yeah. Okay. I need to go back to Forex market and see what we have with the dollar and euro. So yeah, last week, just on Friday, we had a huge spike on the dollar because of the news related to the farm sector, I think.
Yeah, it was the farm sector.
Well,
Well, it was
non-farm.
it was the number of new jobs generated, right? It was very low.
Yeah.
Leading to the manager of the Statistics Bureau getting fired because Trump doesn't believe the numbers.
Yeah. So we had this plan drawing on the chart for, I guess it was like a couple of months already. So yeah, I still expect to revisit this regular gap and have a drop lower. It might take a couple of months to do this, but yeah, as you can see, it is basically till the end of the year. So that's pretty much possible. Let me check the euro.
Fabio is saying the 112 gap has been filled, but I expect a bit more liquidity grab, maybe under 111 or 110. I assume that's the Bitcoin.
Yeah, it is pretty much possible that it is more likely to happen. So I would agree with this.
Yeah.
So yeah, not too much to say on the Forex market, to be honest. Like we just had this sweep of liquidity, and yeah, it's really hard to predict now. So I've been trying to trade euro for this and the past week, and it was really hard to get the moves right. I was always getting overswept, and yeah, lost a couple of positions.
Did you use the schmuck insurance?
It wouldn't help.
It
So,
wouldn't
yeah.
have helped, or it would have?
No, it wouldn't.
Oh. So someone's really messing with you then.
Yeah, I had a position. It was on Friday around here, and I don't remember exactly, but it was something like this. So yeah, and I lost it.
But why did you not get in?
I did get in here, but then I got stuck.
Yeah, and was there no entry next?
You want to see that candle?
I want to see how well you did. So you got stopped out there, then you could have gotten in here, but then you would have been stopped out again here, unless you had used the schmuck insurance, which was been like there.
Yeah, maybe, but it didn't happen. But yeah, but then this candle right on the news, it was just massive. It's like basically within 1 minute it went up.
Yeah, there's hardly anything to do with that.
So yeah, we check the Bitcoin, the Chicago exchange. Yeah, so we fulfilled the gap here, which is really good. That's what we was waiting for.
Might actually be time to get some longs in then. for my investment portfolio, not for smart money portfolio.
Yeah, maybe. There is a small gap here. But yeah, Bitcoin can leave some of these open for a while.
Well, yeah, especially on the futures CME, of course, because the gaps, like in the weekend, they might be filled anyway. But yeah, it's interesting to see that it got filled, so that's good, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that it works.
Yep.
Let's check total market cap.
We expected a dip inside the fair value gap there, which it kind of did, but we can expect a little bit lower.
I mean,
the altcoins were doing really well at some point, and then they just collapsed as well. Like I saw my link position. I was up 2,000, and now I'm up 500 instead of 2,000. So, and that went relatively quickly.
Yeah, we had this inverse fairly gap formed here, but it's more like the rejection, I'd say. I have the inverse fairly gap.
Well, it's still in the fair value gap, right? So it's not.
Yeah, I just want to join.
But it's not an inverse yet, is it?
No, I mean, it has been fulfilled. And there was the reaction from this. So maybe.
Yeah, there could have been an entry, right?
Maybe it will work something like this.
Yeah, but normally you would say, because this is bearish, you would say it grabs this fair value gap and it can fulfill it and then go down to go further from here. So there might even might have been an entry in here. That's a daily. So if we have 1 hour shift entry, no, this is here. Shift, well, entry definitely. Take profits, fine. Yeah. Yeah, 2.9.
Yeah, but I mean, that's on 1 hour entry, so it could be 2% risk given. So yeah, I think we can switch to the crypto markets.
It was market cap anyway. You can't really trade that, can you? Is there a futures where you can trade market cap?
No, I don't think so. But yeah, we have this level that can be a pretty good target to hit before fulfilling the fair value gap. And as Fabio was saying, so yeah, 111, 110 could be a pretty good level for now to hit. But like, if we check the Fear and Grid index, I think it's not ready for another run. So you need to get people in fear. That's what usually happens before the big run.
When you need to be, you need to have complete fear. Like here, this started the whole Bitcoin run, of course.
Yeah, I mean, we had this one last autumn when we had this before the Trump election. So yeah, it was the fear. And then again, we had fear in February. So yeah, it would be really good to see going into the 40s here or something like that before we can see another run. And for that, you need a bigger drop. But yeah, I mean, if people are neutral at these levels of Bitcoin, this is crazy. Like, I mean, it is almost at the all-time high, and people are neutral.
Fabio was saying like the 111, 110,000 for Bitcoin is maximum pain, and then it starts to creep up into September with the rate cut. It'd be interesting to see if they're actually going to do something different in September. Maybe by then Powell will have resigned. Maybe.
Yeah, they've been teasing it for so much time.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the daily time frame, what I can see is that we have this fair value gap being respected.
Yeah, there's no close.
So yeah, it can lead to another move down. And there was this entry on 1 hour.
Oh, that's a nice target. You can still get in here, Lee.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get in still?
I can place an order.
No, I mean, yeah, for the entry, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just put it in there. Like, if we get it, we get it. It's still valid. If we miss it, we miss it. And you can do more percentage, right?
Yeah, I can set it to 2. Is it 2?
It's account equity, yeah.
4, 2. Yeah, let's see if it works.
Nice.
Yeah, then on the other side, we still have a lot of liquidity built in here, which will be a very good target once we have a sweep at some point. So yeah, this whole build up.
Yeah, so if this breaks again, then you could be looking for a short-term long towards this level.
Yeah.
So if this stop loss breaks, then we could look for a long if there's a fair value gap formed on this move upwards.
Yeah, and again, like ideally would be to see at least something like this. So sweeping the closest liquidity or fulfilling the fair value gap and then moving up. Yeah, that would be good. But yeah, this is daily time frame, so there will be definitely something on lower time frames too. But yeah, since the last week, like I've had a couple of shorts, but this week it is really hard to trade. It is very similar to what you had in yesterday's backtesting, when after the drop down, you had some time of the price slowly creeping up.
Yeah.
And you don't know what happens at this point. Is it dropping down or is it going up?
So if
Because
we use the Fibonacci
lost.
retracement from it, are we in the right zone?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. Like it is close to 0.5.
From that
If
point.
we from that point, yeah, we can use this, but I'm not sure if it's relevant.
No, I think that I think that one is a more likely one because that's more of the top of the range. Yeah. Yeah, because this is kind of like the range. It broke out, it retests the range, and then the short is more likely.
Yeah, it could be another range here as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is pretty boring time to trade, at least to day
Bitcoin's
trading for day
always
trading.
very boring, right? It always goes into these quick pushes and then a long period of just sleeping.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not really a fan of trading Bitcoin with. I mean, I've tried to backtest it, and it was just too difficult and too boring. Like you're constantly trying to see entries, but then you just figure out, oh, it was just a range.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. The other markets are easier in that aspect.
Yeah, so I was trying to backtest a strategy where I had the daily point of interest, and 1 hour entries. And on Bitcoin, I think it was like 4 years history that I backtested. It was like a pretty quick backtest, and I only had like 7 or 8 positions with like 50% win rate or something. While on the altcoins, it was like almost 50 positions with the same setup. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is pretty boring for these setups.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's Ethereum doing?
Yeah, so last week we dipped into this fair value gap on a weekly. It happened at the end of the week. And yeah, and similar to Bitcoin, it also forming this rejection from the fair value gap. So, and it
But
is actually,
it didn't reach a
yeah,
target yet, really, did it? Yeah, I mean,
which one?
on the daily, it didn't reach a daily target, unless you'd say that it reached this one. So maybe I'm just thinking, like, was there an entry here for a long? Because the trend was still bullish. We're in the fair value gap. And that's the 1 hour. So here, got our entry, top of the fair value gap, 2.7. It's close enough.
Yeah, I mean, these candles were something weird.
Yeah, but they closed. It did close above here already. So that's the.
Yeah, right.
So the entry was definitely there. And then yeah, a 2.7 on a daily with 2%. That's a 5% on portfolio. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, you could take this trade on the daily chart, but on the lower time frames, it probably wouldn't be possible because I wouldn't be looking for longs on 4 hour after this 4 hour shift. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe even a 4-hour break of structure here, or a change of character, I should say.
I mean, yeah, it is. And then this correction into the OT area.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said before, like it is really hard to find good positions now on the lower time frames, especially because it's hard to predict where it's going to move. So yeah, I was trading on Jupiter, and I had what it was like 2 successful shorts, and then I had 1 short that ended up in break even. And then I opened another short that got stopped out. And then I thought, okay, it's probably reversing. So I opened the long position and it got stopped out again. So yeah, it's really hard.
Fabio was saying, well, he invested all in H-bar in 2023, and he had 2 years of boring until the USA selection, and now another 7 months of boring. Yeah, I can see that. I've got a few positions like that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to hold this. Yeah, I cannot do this.
Was 2023? Oh, this is, yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that. Well, I hope you got some profit up here, because that's
Yeah.
that was a nice target.
Yeah, and if it was purchased lower, then yeah, then that is even better.
Damn. Not a bad trade to be in, but yeah, you have to have a very long. You're still holding for the all-time high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, but from the lowest point, you're in at 0.5.
Yeah, I mean, it would be 10x.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've done 10x, so they are rare, but nice when they happen. Yeah. Okay. Well done. That's it requires some nerves to hold that position, I suppose, especially when it reached that top and you see that double top and then you see the pullback again. That's yeah. Ethereum, Bitcoin we're looking at.
Yeah, so there is something interesting on this chart. So we can see that Ethereum is finally starting to show some strength. And maybe at some point we'll see, well, I doubt that we will reach these areas. We'll probably never get there, but we can look for the closer targets.
Why would we never get there?
I mean, just because of the Bitcoin domination. So it was all-time high in 21, 22.
No, the all-time high is before that.
Yeah, but I mean, even these points.
Yeah, it's just like the competition for Ethereum was a lot harsher now, especially with Solana coming.
Yeah, so we can just go back and see the Ethereum domination chart and what happened to it. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty similar.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely the others where the competition is bigger.
Yeah, after having 20% of the market, now it's just 11, almost 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will be really like very hard to get there.
There's another fair value gap here.
Yeah.
It just fulfilled this one. So we could see a retest on the inverse and then take out that one.
Yeah, I mean, this opens up the road for Ethereum to get the all-time high finally.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because some people have been waiting for this like so many years.
Yeah, but there's more ETFs and stuff happening in Ethereum, right? Because previously it was only a handful, and now it's getting more and more popular under the ETFs.
Yeah, I mean,
Mistaken.
it will help as well.
Ethereum to USDT on the monthly. Yeah, big rejection of the rejection block. We got the fair value gap entry on the weekly.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've seen here.
Yeah. That would have been a trade, yeah. Right.
But again, like, do you long here or not? Like, it's really hard to tell.
Well,
You have daily shift here.
yeah.
But yeah.
It is well, it's even a change of character.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you had this one. That could have been like a shift, but no.
This is this just a shift? Yeah, this is just no. This is also a change of character. Yeah, this one. That was a tricky one. But that, yeah, it's the range as well, yeah. So tricky, these ranges.
Oh yeah.
But then again, you had many options to enter. Like you could have seen this as the range and entered somewhere here after that happened for the long.
Mhm.
You could have entered here on the short. You could have entered there
This was the perfect.
on the long as well. But that's a tricky one, right? You get the change of character, and then this happens.
Yeah, but I mean, this is basically the AMD strategy.
But to be fair, that's why you kind of also need to wait for that confirmation, right? So you have to change of character, but you don't have the confirmation. That's not inside.
Yeah, yeah, true. But I mean, like, if you just synchronize time frame, so you had this weekly fair value gap. Like, you had, first of all, a weekly shift here. So you could assume long positions there. A weekly shift with huge fair value gap, so that's good for longs. Then you had this daily drop into the weekly fair value gap. Also, this is basically the AMD setup with accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Here. But yeah, so this was the accumulation, then manipulation and distribution went up. And
Fabio is saying Ethereum should push and hold above 4,000 to be able to be in the next wave to break all-time high. And it should start pushing this week. Yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm still like pretty, how to say it? I'm pretty bearish for the August. Like,
yeah, but now we're just focusing on the historic value of August, where I don't think we can compare it.
yeah, I agree. Like, it's not the only point. So it's not
No,
just
but especially this year, the whole bull run has been different. So I'm not sure that previous August is going to be an indication of this August.
yeah.
So I'm willing to let the bad reputation of August go in just because it's different now. So looking at the price action is probably more favorable. So yeah, just looking at the general thing, what it's going to tell us. But from all that we can see right now, this could well be another range.
Yeah.
It's again with Ethereum and the backtesting. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, me too.
Bitcoin and Ethereum were just horrendous to do backtesting on.
Yeah. Did you try the Ripple?
No, did I? I might have done. But that was in the beginning then, so I wasn't as savvy with the smart money concept as I am. Well, I'm a little bit better now, but still nowhere near years of experience because we've only started this year. So
Yeah, I mean, like Ripple is good for trading the support and resistance, or so-called levels.
oh yeah, geez. All it does is just go up and sideways, up and sideways.
Yeah.
A lot of compression every time. Like these wedges. Every time it's a wedge. Like going up, wedge. Going up, wedge. Going up, massive wedge.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to trade as a smart money, but with these levels, you can see that usually where the price stops after the manipulation, then these become pretty big levels in the future. And then price reacts from this level a lot.
Fabio says that the Ripple structure is the same as he expects for H-bar.
Yeah, that's interesting.
The only difference with H-bars is that H-bar is now obviously gone down a lot further.
Yeah, was there something about the ETF for Ripple?
Well, there were. I'm not really sure exactly which ones there were, but there were filings for more ETFs on different.
Solana, I guess.
Yeah, Solana was one of them, and maybe Ripple.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, Ripple,
Let me check.
they had that decision from SEC, so it's not a security, I guess.
It looks like there's just rumors with the with BlackRock and Ripple ETF.
Yeah, so you need to buy the rumors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but if it drops to the level below, to the almost $2, would be a good point to buy.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely don't want to.
This is already a new level, right? So it can now go like that for a while.
It can, but yeah, you want to buy lower.
Of course. Of course, I want to buy lower. I mean, it could even retest this level, as this was such a massive move up.
Maybe, yeah, at some point. But yeah, it did retest this one. So this was the huge one from the April 21st. So yeah, smart money doesn't work well in Ripple, but other strategies can work pretty good.
Yeah.
For long-term holding.
So what about Solana?
What's Solana? Let's see.
Okay, so we had some predictions that it would go into the weekly fair value gap. That seems like have happened.
Yeah, but it didn't respect it. So
no.
it just
so the odds are that it can go even lower and take out this target.
Yeah, on the weekly. If we look at the weekly, then yeah. Okay, well, this target now.
I mean, daily shift has already been in.
Is it? No, it would be here. Just too far.
I just barely hit it. Yeah, it's not a shift yet.
And this daily inverse fair value gap. And yeah, then yesterday it fulfilled this fair value gap. Yeah, it can go lower.
Yeah, that could be a. Well, did we miss the trade? Can you go to 1 hour? Here.
There was no entry.
No, there's no entry yet. So I could even set it up.
Okay. So I already have some presets here.
Yeah. You can use the short preset. Can do 2% because it's a daily 1 hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. We start placing some positions here. Finally.
Well, it's just because we look for the entries now. So.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even that. So what I mean is that not just because the August was historically bad, but I think that there is still reasons to go lower for the fear and greed indicator for these targets below. So it makes sense to go a little lower. And it can even happen that we can drop by the middle of the August, and then the end of the August would be a huge jump up. And then when you go to this Explorer and history by month, it would definitely, like, it could be in huge profit, even though you had a dump within this month.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, this is not a guarantee, right? It's just, and it was also like 1 year good, 1 year good, and 3 bad. there could even be an argument for that. Now it's going to turn in a good month, right?
Yeah.
Or at least a mildly good one. That's also fine if we get a little bit of, sideways movement. What's the volume like now, actually? Do we see a dip in volume? Even though you normally don't care about volume, but for Bitcoin, I mean.
Yeah, that's weekly time frame. It's Solana. 1 moment.
It's slowly going down. Like there is a downtrend. Yeah. It's been like going down for a long time, really.
Yeah. Here is monthly.
Yeah. Where did everyone go? Maybe to different exchanges. That's also possible, but
yeah, everything's just on the cold wallet now.
Everyone is trading on Hyperliquid.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just hold in forever.
Fabio says that the tariffs start on August 8th. Maybe this is the catalyst to push. Yeah, that would be a. I mean, it had an impact when the EU made their tariffs, or when they made the deal, and the others didn't. So then it became clear as to what the tariffs are going to be. That had an impact. So, if Trump sticks to his word and actually continues on with the tariffs, then that could have indeed a catalyst effect for a lot of volatility.
Yeah, and it's not easy to predict which side it will go. So.
No, but again, you react, right? We have our two options. Like, we can't do much with the sideways moving market, apart from looking for our second range trade. But that would be that would be difficult to catch. But we put in our expectations for, we can put them in for long and short. It doesn't matter. So we just wait until we find our entries, and we continue to execute our entries until we succeed, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be right one day. And with the proper risk management, you don't have to be right that often to still become profitable.
Yeah, that's true.
Because for the people that aren't really familiar with risk-based trading, if you do a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, you can be wrong more than 50% of the time. Like, what is it, 40% or something?
Let me check.
Yeah, even 25%. So that you'll be break even, but 25%, that's insane. So if we continue to stick to our 1 to 3, then we don't have to be right that often in order to get ahead. And we had that. If maybe you can show the backtest on Jupiter, like just the statistics should be at the bottom. No, it's there, and then details. Yeah, 44% win rate, and then you get 31% profit. I mean, we're wrong more than we're right. It's just about applying risk management properly.
I need to click resume to see the trades here.
Oh yeah. Did you click resume properly? Oh yeah, there we go. And there are the trades. Yeah. So many mistakes here, and still 10% profit there. We had mistakes here, and then we did most of it right, and we had 21% profit. But all this still 10% profit.
But yeah, the main problem here is that when you do this live, you will miss some of the positions, and
Yeah, of course, because you sleep.
and if you miss this one, then it's painful.
Yeah.
The one that should have recovered your account.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about the discipline and being able to track the market pretty much every day and wait for the opportunities.
Yeah, but this also proves that you don't need to be in 10 different markets to become profitable enough to make it your day job, really.
Yeah,
You
like
can
basically
two
like
or
up to
three
5 markets, it would
Yeah.
be in a yeah. Here's what I found.
Yeah. Yeah. So the line is exactly like there for 3-1. But yeah, you're gonna have to find a strategy that gives you at least 30% success rate with a 3-1. That's, and it sounds easy, but it's not always easy.
Yeah, it's about doing and testing what works, what doesn't.
Yeah, it's about the emotions, right? So you can get disheartened by losses, but yeah, keep in mind that the losses are can be more powerful than the wins, or at least the wins can be more powerful than the losses in the sense of profit. It could recover your complete account, and even bring you into a state of euphoria, only to be pushed back down into the depression of the losing streak that you get. But yeah,
about the emotions.
Yeah.
I wanted to show one thing that I had a trade on Monday on Euro.
By the way, if anyone has a request for a market, please let us know. We will check the market.
Yeah. So let me see. Where was this Monday? It was somewhere here.
Euro to the dollar. You're still trading that? That's
yeah.
That's a tricky one.
So I had this position. So after this sweep of liquidity, let me play like this. There was also something with Dixie with the dollar index. So yeah, I expected the price to grow. And on the 5-minute, what was my entry? Things like it's different.
Did you go
different
into
Euro chart? Yeah, let me check this one. Yeah, so this is another chart from another broker. So I have this fair value gap here, so the inverse one. And yeah, this is on Monday. And when I woke up on Monday, I told myself that I will not trade the first session on Monday. That was my rule that I just came up with. Then I opened the chart and I saw this and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can take this trade. So I placed this position. It didn't get filled. So I missed my entry here. And I was like, okay, never mind. I was still like, I didn't want to trade on Monday, so that's fine. And price went up. And now I'm like, nah, okay, it went up. I'll just cancel it. So I canceled the order. And I was like, okay, I didn't want to trade on Monday first session, so that's fine. So I canceled the order. And what happened after that? Yeah, it was 5-1. And imagine what happened to my emotions.
Oh yeah, you get depressed.
I mean,
That's
look at this
depressing.
entry. Look at this entry. Like, how's that possible?
Yeah, and that was that still on Monday? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just 1 hour later.
Why did you come up with the Monday rule?
Well, I heard one trader uses this. He said like, I skipped the first session and the last session of the week
It's
because I want
always,
to.
I heard there's one trader.
But I mean, it makes sense. He said that it helps him to get familiar with the market bias for the week, so he just don't want to rush into the market right away.
Yeah.
And it made sense, but then I saw the position. It was okay. Then I canceled the position because I didn't get filled. And I was mad, like, why didn't I put the entry here? It would be fine. But no, I want higher risk reward. And yeah, then I get this.
Yeah. You got punished. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm learning. I have a lot of things to write down in my journal and then reflect on it.
Fabio says that he prefers DCA and swing trading on the spot because it's much more relaxed than trading futures and Forex because he blew his account there. Yeah.
Yeah. So far,
I agree. I agree.
so far I lost 2 accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, one because I had very stupid risk reward ratio, and also I opened 3 position at a time with 1% risk. But there was huge slippage on the news, and it wiped out like minus 10% from all of them. And the second account was taken out because it made too much profit.
It's crazy, right? A prop firm takes out your account because you make too much profit. They didn't know you're in
Yeah.
shady business.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the first trade. I just purchased the account, and 2 hours later, it was taken out because I made 5% profit, like $500 profit.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, this guy is too good, and we're not making any money on this, so let's just kick him
Yeah.
off. But that's just sad. So let's yeah, I prefer to stick to the crypto markets and use my own funds instead of the prop firm ones. Are you still using a prop firm now then?
Well, yeah, I have the account, but yeah, that's the trade that I was going to take
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
I took some trades today, but it is still like I still didn't pass the challenge, and it's currently the minus 2%.
Oh, so you have some things to make. This would have made up for it though. I don't want to let press in the already open wound, but this would have saved your account.
Yeah.
You can't gain more than 10% in a prop because the Ponzi will break. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was the instant account, so it wasn't the challenge. So I was instantly having the funded account,
Yeah,
and
but
yeah, they didn't want to pay it out.
I don't think that many people understand with the prop trading firms. And maybe I'm gonna say something that's gonna not be so popular, but the prop firms, they make money of people losing. They don't make money of people winning. Even though that's what they say that they reward, like that it's a profit split, but it's not. It's usually just paper trading, even. Like you're not even
Yeah.
trading real things. Like they just use the losing pool to pay out the winners. Like banking on the fact that 90% loses. So that's kind of how it works.
Yeah. And they just expect a lot of newbies to just try to gain like make a lot of money with trading. And since they don't have any strategy, they lose a lot.
Yeah.
And it becomes like they become addicted. It is like gambling for them.
Yeah.
So yeah. But if you have a strategy, it can work.
Don't bring your strategy to the prop firms. Don't bring it. Yeah. Prop firms are simulated account and the profit comes from the pay challenges of the 90% of the losers. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. All right. Well, we're getting close to the end of this stream. I did not see any requests for market charting, so we'll leave that up for next week if you have any. Also, join our Discord. Join the conversation that we have there about the smart money concept. If you have any questions about the strategy, Roman's always there to answer your questions. Just shout out there, give us a message. If you don't know how to join Discord, just go to, just open up the terminal. Can you open up the terminal, Roman? There.
This one?
Yeah, go to the 3-dot menu there and say Discord. There you go. That's how you can join. And then you'll get to the Alt-Trading Discord.
Yeah.
And you can see it's a personal invite from me. Wow, that's special. Don't get scammed on Discord. I do not DM people.
Yeah, you did DM me once.
Did I?
Ask for some Ethereum.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, because my bank cards were blocked or something like that. Mm-hmm. I was stuck on holiday and I needed Roman to bill me out with Ethereum. Mm-hmm. So plausible. Yeah. He almost fell for it.
Oh, yeah. No, I told him, you can send me first, and then I'll send you more. But
yeah, exactly.
I didn't.
Yeah, no. It's funny how they never do that, right?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. That's it for today's live stream. Thank you for watching on YouTube and Twitter today as well. Or X, I should say. I'm still saying Twitter all the time, but yeah. So that was fun. When we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be 2 o'clock UTC time for my afternoon session of quick scan scalping with Rafaela. So yeah, join us again on the live stream tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel so that you can get a notification for this. And then we'll see you again on the next live stream. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.
Goodbye.